I'm talking today about our days of luxury in America are over. When we see people cheering a shooter in New York and this kind of thing, we have to recognize that our psychological distress is greater than we think. Our challenges are greater than we think. And I've been put in a position where I've gone so deep to see what the cracks in our psyche are and how to repair them. Take a look on the other side. The challenge is we're becoming a society which is so guided by opinion that we can't, distinguish opinion from principle and this kind of thing. We're losing our sense of purpose, or we don't really have a sense of purpose in America. And I've come about this because I had a very incredibly strong emotionally based attack that came about me, and I saw the forces and it's a psychology, it's a mindset that can really come at you. Some was individuals and some are entrenched in our American systems, which is why there is, appropriate anger, although not appropriate actions in terms of ever any violence, towards our healthcare system. Or there can similarly be, angst about our legal system, our banking systems, whatever they be. And what's happened in America is that we've made so many compromises, be it politically, whatever, that we've lost our sense of integrity. At the center of American systems. We've lost that sense of, of honesty, of doing what we're supposed to do. I came across it in terms of our legal system when I went into a divorce setting decades ago, and I saw the breakdown in our culture. I was raised with a civil rights background in my father and family, this kind of thing. And when I saw how atrociously our legal system could act about matters pertaining to one's very own children, I said, wow, there's a breakdown here. And I identified, and I was pushed down because I had some very irrational forces come against me. My family turned, the way of a younger brother and his wife, they had a need. And this gets at this psychological virus that we have, where they felt a need to attack me or take childhood rages and exert them with vengeance and all this kind of thing. So I had incredible forces come at me, and what happened is it pushed me down into a setting where, I see myself like as a spiritual plumber. I saw things that a person's not supposed to see, one, and two, a person's surely not supposed to survive it. And three, most miraculously, a person's not supposed to bring, as I am doing, constructive remedies to what is occurring within the American system. And so when I say luxury, it's this notion we can just, that opinion itself is good enough. That this shooter, Mangione, whatever his name, the kid who took out the CEO, cold-bloodedly in New York, that he gets hundreds of thousands of ex-followers and this kind of thing. And we've lost that sense of what is appropriate action. And so it's a threefold dilemma. One is that, there are genuine problems, right? Nobody knows that better than I do. There are systemic problems. And what's key is that our systems are functioning without honesty. That we make trade-offs, and rather than operating with purpose, we're just not honest and we're dishonest, and we make trade-off after trade-off, and people fear legal action, and so they justify all kinds of behaviors and actions. So that's one. And then, we kind of believe that opinion itself, or having some kind of justifiable cause, we've lost sight of what it takes to really bring change. We think like going out, stopping traffic on a highway, for instance, just holding signs is enough. No, what my work and, why I urge people to get our societal champion training is that you got to do the work. It really takes rolling up your sleeves, and you've got to become a purposeful person to really induce change. It's just not going to come about through, violent methods for sure. It's not going to come about through thoroughly disruptive methods. It's going to have to come about because you have a consistent effort to bring what's right and what's true. And there's all the more burden when you're operating with a sense of what you're doing is right. Like I've been right in a situation for going on 29 years, and it hasn't fully come to bear in an appropriate fashion yet. And so I have to consistently work, in appropriate ways, the key word appropriate, and persistent ways to bring about positive resolutions. And this is where, we can have justifiable concerns, be they in so many places in American society. And this is again where our societal champions have to uplift society, because we've got to rebuild American purpose. A healthcare system is first and foremost supposed to provide health care. A legal system is supposed to provide fair and honest justice. Our banking system should, make its profits and share with communities. We've lost this. In other words, the purpose we have to invoke in America right now has to do with the sense, yes, gear for our success, and be cognizant of the greater whole. American, healing may be too far, but healing does, we need something like healing. If we don't need unity, at least we need commonality where we can work together, we can understand differences. And so America has become this cesspool in a way of opinion and not enough action. So once again, I call to people, go to our website, consider our societal champion training for companies, families, and individuals. I don't care if he's big as Bank of YouTube, Bank of America, Facebook, whomever. Elon Musk is tackling part of it, but it's not enough. And the final thing I'm going to say is, it's not, yes, we want free speech, and we want, appropriate, we want caring speech. So we don't need rules about caring, but we do need guidelines, okay? Because it's not enough to have free speech, because someone is free to go into, the middle of our village or town and spin around on their head. But they're free to do that in a way, but that's not really what our world needs right at the moment. Well, some entertainment, it's not bad, but basically we need to have, roll up our sleeves and have appropriate action. So even entities as large as X and others, free is one thing, and add the word appropriate, and add the word care, add the words caring, add the words responsible. Maybe not in mandates, but in encouragement, because we have to understand that the challenges confronting America are greater than we think. And I've seen the roots of our problems, what they are, and they're psychological. We have to shift our psychology to what I offer in terms of goodness is strength.
Goodness is strength, the psychology saving America.
And goodness meaning cooperation, determination, not weakness, a strength. And really build and reinstill that American purpose in what we're doing, where we're, liberty and justice for all. We've got to stand for those things. Principles are not easy. They don't just come about through protests per se. In the main, they come about through dedicated action.